If you search for network engineer salary online, you'll find numbers ranging from $60,000 all the way to $250,000. That range is so wide it's basically useless. So today, we're getting specific. Data center network engineers, what do they actually earn? Broken down by experience level, certification, location, and industry. Real numbers. Let's get into it. Welcome to Prefix Path. This channel covers Cisco certifications, data center networking, and enterprise tech careers, all explained simply. Today we're talking money, specifically what data center network engineers earn in 2026, what factors move that number up or down, and what you can realistically target at each stage of your career. Before we get to numbers, let's define the role, because network engineer is a broad term and the data center specialization is a distinct job. A data center network engineer designs, implements, and maintains the networking infrastructure inside enterprise or cloud data centers. That means the physical switching fabric, spine and leaf architecture, top of rack switches. It means overlay networks like VXLAN and BGPE VPN. It means network virtualization platforms like Cisco ACI or VMware NSX. And increasingly, it means automating all of that with tools like Ansible, Python, and Cisco's NDFC. This is not help desk work. This is not plugging in cables. This is senior infrastructure work that directly impacts uptime for business critical systems. That's why it pays well. Let's break down salary by career stage. All figures are US dollars and represent US market rates. We'll cover international in a moment. Entry level, 0 to 2 years of experience, typically CCNA certified or working toward it. In a data center or NOC role, you can expect $55,000 to $75,000. Common titles: Junior Network Engineer, NOC Engineer, Data Center, Technician, Mid-level, 2 to 5 years of experience, typically CCNP level. This is where salaries start to get genuinely interesting. Range: $85,000 to $115,000. Common titles: Network Engineer, Data Center Engineer, Infrastructure Engineer. At this level, if you have hands-on ACI or VXLAN experience, you can often push above $100,000 even without the CCIE. Senior level, 5+ years, typically CCNP or CCIE, with deep hands-on experience in enterprise or hyperscale data centers. Range: $120,000 to $165,000. Common titles: a senior network engineer, network architect, data center architect, staff or principal engineer. This is the top of the individual contributor ladder, often found at large tech companies, financial institutions, or hyperscalers like AWS and Microsoft. Range: $160,000 to $220,000 plus equity. These roles are competitive and typically require CCIE level knowledge plus software skills. Certifications have a measurable impact on salary, especially at the mid and senior levels. CCNA adds roughly $5,000 to $10,000 compared to no certification at the same experience level. More importantly, it opens doors to roles that were previously closed. CCNP data center is where it gets significant. Engineers with an active CCNPDC earn on average 18 to 22% more than those without it at the same experience level. In a market where the average mid-level network engineer earns $95,000, that's $17,000 to $21,000 more per year, roughly the cost of the certification paid back in the first 30 days. CCIE, particularly CCIE Data Center, is in a category of its own. Active CCIE holders command a premium at every level. In competitive markets like New York, San Francisco, Chicago, Dallas, and Washington, D.C., a CCIE data center with 5+ years of experience can realistically target $150,000 to $185,000 in a direct employment role and $100 to $150 per hour as an independent consultant. Location remains one of the biggest salary variables in networking, though remote work has started to compress some of the gaps. Top paying U.S. markets for data center network engineers: San Francisco Bay Area, New York City, Seattle, Washington, D.C. area, and Dallas, Fort Worth. In these markets, senior engineers routinely earn $130,000 to $180,000. Mid-tier U.S. markets, Austin, Chicago, Atlanta, Denver, Phoenix, typically run $95,000 to $140,000 for senior roles. International, the Gulf Cooperation Council region, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, has historically paid very competitively for CCIE level engineers, often with tax-free salaries ranging from 90,000 to 140,000 US dollars equivalent, plus housing and travel benefits. Singapore and Hong Kong are also strong markets, with senior CCIE salaries in the 100,000 to 145,000 US dollars range. Remote roles have opened up significantly post 2020. Many large enterprises and cloud companies now hire data center architects fully remote, often at rates close to top market levels. These roles typically require 5+ years of experience and strong communication skills alongside technical depth. The industry you work in affects your salary as much as your location. Top paying industries for data center network engineers, financial services and banking, hyperscale cloud providers like AWS, Microsoft, and Google, defense and government contractors, and large healthcare systems. Mid-paying industries, enterprise technology companies, telecom carriers, managed service providers, lower paying but good for experience, small to mid-size, MSPs, regional government, education. These roles pay less but often give you broader exposure earlier in your career. The jump from an MSP to a financial institution or cloud provider at the same experience and certification level can be $30,000 to $50,000 in annual salary. Industry switching is one of the fastest ways to increase earnings without changing roles. Here's the practical advice. If you want to maximize your earnings as a data center network engineer in 2026, here's your playbook. 1. Get your CCNP data center. It has the highest ROI of any single certification in the data center space right now. 2. Build hands-on ACI and VXL AN experience. These are the two most in-demand skill sets in enterprise data center networking, and engineers with production experience, not just lab experience, command a measurable premium. 3. Add automation skills. Python basics, Ansible, and familiarity with Cisco N, DFC will separate you from engineers who are purely CLI driven. You don't need to be a developer, you need to be automation aware. 4. Target the right industries. If you're currently at an MSP or small company, plan your next move toward financial services, cloud, or large enterprise. 5. Track the CCIE path. Even if you're years away from being ready, knowing it's your target shapes the experience and certifications you pursue along the way. So there you have it, data center network engineer salaries in 2026, broken down by experience, certification, location, and industry. The ceiling in this career is genuinely high, and the engineers who invest in the right certifications and the right experience get there faster than they expect. If you want to understand the certification path in detail, CCNA to CCNP to CCIE, I've got a dedicated roadmap video linked right here. Go watch that next. And if you're already a data center engineer, drop your current title and approximate salary range in the comments. It helps other people in this community calibrate, and I read every comment. Subscribe for weekly videos on Cisco, data center networking, and enterprise tech careers. This is Prefix Path, where packets find their path. See you in the next one.